don't. I mean, I'm happy to volunteer. Anybody wants to ask me, but that whole thing about refusing to allow people to declare a religious exemption. I mean, that's getting passed everywhere. I mean, just got passed in the military, that people have been dishonorably discharged because of trying to exercise their religious right or their religious rights to refuse being injected with an experimental product. I mean, these products are still experimental. They still are issued under EUA. They're not FDA approved. We still don't know what's in all of them. The data that comes out of Germany and the Netherlands tells us, and somewhat in the UK, tells us more than anything that we're learning here in the US. And so it's, and I personally believe there will come a time, and maybe it's just my faith speaking here, that there's going to come a time when all of these people who continue to push people to get these shots, particularly now, where the evidence is irrefutable about, the hockey stick increase in death and disabilities, and all of Ed Dowd's work, all the things that he's looked at with his book, Died Sudden or Cause Unknown, and so it's all of that, that the amount of disability that we have in this country now, people that are disabled and can't work. It's 11 times the standard deviation. It's 2 times the standard deviation would be a once in 100-year event. 4 times would be catastrophic amount of disability. We are at 11 times standard deviation. And so, and I have said at the beginning of this year, and I maintain it's going to be true, sadly true, that by the end of 23, there will not be a single person in America that doesn't have a friend, a coworker, a family member, somebody that they know that hasn't died suddenly, dropped over dead, didn't wake up in the morning, went to bed, didn't wake up. Yeah. My business partner knows over 70 people in his circle that have died from the jab. And if people are willing to step past their cognitive dissonance and make the connection, sooner or later, the 100th monkey is going to show up, and we're going to have a tipping point of people that are probably not Christians. They're probably not related to faith at all. Maybe they will be Christians, but we're going to reach a tipping point in this country of rage, where people are finally going to figure it out, that our government and our Department of Defense and our companies that work here murdered us. They killed us. They, when Pfizer in their court documents said, you can't sue us for fraud. We delivered exactly what the government told us to deliver. We delivered exactly what the DOD wanted.
Liability free.
Our Department of Defense has murdered I just had a conversation with somebody about this earlier today, who's in the reserves. All of the young, healthy people that had to get these jabs in the Army and the Air Force, the pilots, all of these people who are now either injured or dead. And the recruitment level into the armed services right now is absolutely almost non-existent. None of the young people are wanting to be part of the military because they don't want to go overseas and shoot anybody. And even the ones who do want to volunteer to be part of the military, they're disqualified because they're obese, they're on some sort of psychiatric medication, or they're on or they're just not, physically able to go into the armed services. We have decimated our country, our businesses, our military, without firing a single bullet.